This segment brought to you in association with Burger King.
Let me say good evening now to Mark for our first look at sports.
Very good evening to you, Lisa. And we're going to start with World Cup cricket. In the warm-up category, Hashmatullah Shahidi guided Afghanistan to an upset 3-wicket win over Pakistan in just one of today's World Cup warm-up games in Bristol. A century of 112 from Babar Azam pushed the scoreboard of Pakistan to 262 all out of 47.5 overs of their 50 overs after electing to bat first. Mohammad Nabi was the pick of the Afghan bowlers with 3 for 46. In reply, Afghanistan reached the target of 263 for 7 with just 2 balls to spare. Shahidi struck an unbeaten 74 with Wahab Riaz picking up 3 for 46. Well, tomorrow it'll be England versus Australia along with India against New Zealand. Now, South Africa defeated Sri Lanka by 87 runs in today's other warm-up fixture. This one was at Cardiff. Chasing a score of 339, Sri Lanka fell short on 251 all out in 42.3 overs. Dimuth Karuratne led with 87, while Angela Matthews added 64. And Dile Filikweo was the pick of the South African bowling with 4 for 36. Now, earlier, South Africa's skipper Faf du Plessis had a knock of 88, which propelled South Africa to 338 in the allotted 50 overs for the loss of 7 wickets. This was after being asked to bat first. Hashim Amla assisted with 65. Where Eden Lodge posted one of the more convincing victories today in the Baiko Primary Schools competition. Playing at Passage Road, Eden Lodge got past Deacons Primary 4-0. There were 2 other victories at that venue, with Trinity Academy getting a 2-0 win over Eagle Hall and Wesley Hall 2-0 over St. Mary's. Now, over at Greens in St. George, where 4 games were fixtured, St. Jude's had the best result, doubling up on Ellerton 4-2. Workman's had a 2-0 win over St. John. While there were 2 drawn matches, Mount Tabor 2-all with Cuthbert Moore, while Bear Primary and St. George drew 1-all. Now, the National Stadium also hosted on a day where 17 games were played overall. Lawrence T. Gay and the Orange were able to find a breakthrough twice, thanks to goals from Enrico Brown and Jaheim Griffith, to claim a 2-0 win over Gazettes. Meanwhile, in the other game at that venue, Eiffel Academy and the Purple and White played out to a 0-all draw with Westbury. Now, at King George V Memorial Park, Blackman Gollop beat St. Martin's Mangrove 4-1. Bailey's were 4-2 winners over Gordon Walters, and Hildeskeen beat St. Luke Brighton 2-1. On to basketball now, where the Toronto Raptors have won 3 games in a row against the Milwaukee Bucks and are now just 1 game away from creating history by making their first ever NBA final. The Raptors won Game 5 last night to take a 3-2 lead in their Eastern Conference best-of-7 series.